What's up, everybody? Hopefully, this works tonight. I'm gonna put it there. What's up, everybody? Turn that down now. Whoa. Right. I have to do that. Okay. And then. Nice. Okay. And then. Hey, how's it going?
How's it going? I see you're on TikTok's live.
Yeah, it's working tonight, thank goodness.
Let me see. My tech keeps pausing, but maybe it's on my end. And they're wondering if you're about to play some chess.
I'm not going to play some chess. That's why it doesn't say chess. That's why it says MathLab.
Well, you got somebody asking.
Oh, good, because I can't see the chat yet. Now I can see the chat. Yeah, I am not going to play chess. I'll play chess later, obviously.
Oh yeah, they banned my live. They
They
banned
banned
my
your
live.
live? For what?
My wife and her friend, roommate was talking,
So they
and
banned it?
apparently a racial slur got out
Oh no.
casually.
Oh no.
Uh,
It's okay. I got banned too a while back.
I did file for an appeal, but they just said nope,
Yeah.
community
Yeah.
guidelines.
Same with me. Was it a week?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what mine was too.
Good lord, TikTok is amazing, and stuff that it allows.
Yeah, and they have like no moderation, I feel like. So I feel like anytime you appeal, nothing is going to happen, like ever.
Yeah, unless you're a big creator, you can pretty much get away with anything.
Oh, yeah, well, that's true.
Right. So you just this is something you're just trying out, streaming
Yeah.
on TikTok.
Well, I'm trying to, at least that way, like, something can actually happen from MathLab rather than, like,
Yeah, I
basically,
see.
like, there's money to be made from it, at least a little bit,
I
or at
agree.
least potential, rather than, like, normally just doing MathLab, there's not. So,
I mean, this is a good way to like spread your presence, especially with your renown for chess. A lot of
yeah,
people are going to come and see it. Somebody's going to want some math help.
yeah, hopefully. And people still
Um,
come at least, so, or, like, I mean, people still come to MathLab. Like, people will be here tonight. Oh, Brony is here. She's in London, though.
and there's another person saying play chess. Good lord.
What's up, team?
What's up,
So,
Frodo?
Oh, not too much. It's 1 a.m., but I was still up, so I thought I'd come say hi.
Nice. It looks
dang.
dark where you are.
It is dark where I am, actually. Because I'm in my bed already, by the way.
You're in your what?
Man,
I'm already in my bed.
Mm.
So what's happening? I saw Carrington was here yesterday, yeah?
She was. Not today, though.
How
Well,
did
she
it
will
go?
be here, though, because the test is tomorrow.
Okay, great. What is this little kitty cat? It's climbing all over me. How's the hurricane? Well, I guess nobody there is in danger of
Robert's
a
there.
hurricane.
Yep.
Where are you, Robert?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay, but you're pretty far north.
Yeah, but I'm actually working from home right now, so in preparation for it.
But
So
is it
that's
coming
good.
your way? Is it coming your way?
It is.
Oh,
The
that
public
sucks.
schools in Vero are closed tomorrow and the next day.
Wow. Because of the hurricane, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom just said that in the chat.
But St. Ed's is open?
I don't know. I haven't heard.
Oh, yeah. I guess I haven't heard either.
I guess I had school tonight, or today, because they were talking about not having it, but I think they did.
Maybe that's why they're not in MathLab, because there's no school tomorrow.
Oh.
That makes sense.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Thank you. I am extremely bright. No, just kidding. I'm going to look at you.
My mom just said there's no school at St. Ed's or public school tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sure there's no school at St. Ed's if there's no school at the public school. I'm going to the website right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Somebody just confirmed it in the chat.
Yeah, that's my mom.
Oh. Oh, the last game.
We are also.
What, Bronia?
Are we also on some weird Discord or YouTube?
We're on YouTube and TikTok.
Right now, live?
Yeah.
Yep.
What's up, TikTok world?
Say it louder.
What's up, TikTok world? I don't want to say it too loud. There's people sleeping around me.
Well, that's
Not right now. Oh, and here comes a cat. Clapping on me. Okay, well, I'm going to go to bed because I have to get up in the morning. I have some meetings in the morning, but I just thought I'd come say hi. But given that there's no school tomorrow, it sounds like those kids are not showing up. You guys just... I was talking about you today, Jordan. I was talking about you to some London people.
What about?
About how things end up going viral. Like, you start on TikTok and we're showing these videos, and now you have, like, whatever, 5 you have on TikTok now.
21,000 something. The chess has been popping it off.
You have 21,000 followers?
Yeah, the chess has been popping it off.
Yep.
I've been getting like...
That's amazing, Jordan.
The most I've gotten at one time is 1.9 thousand people watching at one time. That's crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I still have to figure out how to make money from it, but that is pretty cool.
Well, you know what? At least you have 2,000 people watching you play chess. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing. It'll
I've never had more than 3 kibitzers watching me play bridge.
There's a pretty big bridge club here. Well, I don't know how big it is, but it looks like a lot of people play.
Brings an influx. I started.
You should go to the bridge club, dude.
Yeah, I should go to the bridge club or the chess club. They're right across from each other. They're both in the mall.
I mean, what difference does it make? What difference does it make if you play bridge and you lose?
It's true. No difference. Except I make all the people angry at me. Won't they get angry?
If you lose?
If I play bad, my partner will get angry. And even the people I'm playing against will get angry.
And why would
Yeah. And then, like, if I'm still there, like, I'm just going to be angry. But no, I should go to the bridge club. You're right.
Yeah, go to the bridge club. All right, I'm hanging up. Love you guys.
Okay.
I'll try to check in tomorrow, assuming I'm up. Bye for now.
Okay. Bye.
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 I've never played bridge before.
Do you know how to play bridge?
No, it looks interesting though.
It is interesting. There's a really good. I think the best app to learn how to play poker is fun. I play online
Especially if I
poker
need to get any
sometimes.
more. If I get into a tight financial spot.
Well, I have a web. There's a on Bovada you can play, and it's like 2 cent, 5 cent. Like the big blind is 5 cent, and the small blind is 2 cent. That's fun because that's
Yeah.
like basically no money.
Yeah. I used to play in the military while I was in the military, and I had beginner's luck. Yeah, best $100 I ever won, and then lost.
Yep. Yeah, I played in Vegas. I didn't really win anything. I think I won some one night, and then yeah, I lost more than that the next night.
Tricky Bridge.
This is a good app for learning. They have a lot of
I mean,
lessons. I haven't even done all the lessons yet. But if they have multiplayer,
I
that'd be
see
cool.
it. Bridge for me. I definitely got to learn this. I've been looking for another game to get just at least somewhat master. Yeah.
Brony is like a world champion bridge player or something like that.
Really?
I think she's a national champion.
Bronya?
Yeah. Or like the
Dude.
national women's champion, I think.
It'd be, I guess if you're her partner, you better know what you're doing.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. That's why it's so stressful to play with her. She
I can only imagine.
she invited me over one night because her boyfriend is Billy Cohen, who is like another big bridge player, and they invited me over to play with one of their partners. So it was like the two of them, and then their like other basically professional bridge partner, and then me, and like they were just trying to teach me to play bridge, and I was like, I have no idea what's happening.
Man, people need to understand it.
They were nice though.
Games take time.
They're
Okay,
just
I'm
really
glad to
into
hear
it.
that. Oh, are you lagging? Yeah, I remember my first time just trying to learn how to play chess. Man, the community can be toxic.
Yeah, I don't. I suck at chess. It's wild.
Hey, a lot of people apparently love watching you though.
Yeah, I think that's why they love watching me though. But that's fine.
Hey,
But look how fun
it's
is this
all
is. There's like a story and everything.
and that's for a bridge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm so sick of solitaire. Oh man, I still remember just wasting my time on the computer playing that while I was working.
Um,
This was cool.
I can show you how to play now. The hardest part. Oh, I don't need to do tournaments actually. I need to just play. The hardest part is the bidding. That's actually like one of the most important parts of bridge. So, have you ever played the card game Spades?
Oh, Rose is here,
Hi
and I
guys.
have
Hey, Rose.
uh
We're talking about bridge right now for a second. 'Cause, like, I don't know if you know, but bridge is like one of the most important parts of bridge. So, have you ever played the card game Spades?
oh
Oh, that's fun. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go grab my calculator.
Okay. So the game of so bridge is pretty much just like spades, except for the trump card is not spades every time. You call your trump card. Oh God, I don't even know what that is. So like, here's the
Oh,
bid.
actually, yeah, that sounds better.
It's in, and like, you know how in spades you'll say like, I'm gonna get 7 tricks or something like that when you
Yeah.
bid at the beginning. So when you bid here, instead of saying 7, you like automatically assume that you're gonna get 7 because like 7 is winning. So if you thought you were gonna get 7 tricks, you would bid 1.
Mm.
So you basically just add 7 to everything because like 7 is already winning, and so you don't bid unless you think you're gonna win. So like, I look at my hand right now and I'm like, the other team is gonna get more tricks than my team is gonna get based on looking at my hand. So I don't even bid, I just pass. But what's crazy is like, there's a whole system about the bidding. So whatever you bid indicates something. So you see, they're just teaching me, so they're gonna say what my bid indicates, and I'm like not indicating anything by that. And see, like, now you can even tap on these people's bids. So he bid 1 no trump. So if it's no trump, that just means there is no trump, right?
Right.
So like, if you played a spade, like, it would just lose. Like, anytime you play offsuit, it just loses basically. And apparently by that bid, he's indicating that. And then this guy wants the suit to be trumps, and he's indicating that. And you see, they even do specific things. So he asks the opener to bid a 4-card major suit if they have it. And he's talking to his partner in that. So by your bids, you are like talking to your partner and telling them what you have. That way, when you go into the hand, you should have a pretty good idea about what your partner has. And it's like, I feel like when you're good at bridge, that's what that means, is to know what all of the bids mean, so that when you go into the hand, you already like know what your partner has and what everybody else has. And so in this
Oh
scenario,
shoot.
spades are trumps because he called spades. Did my partner call spades? And so that means, yeah, so spades are the trump card. And you see the tricks up there. So he bid 3. So actually, oh, it's +6 that you're trying to get. Right. Yeah, you add 6. So we need to get 9 tricks to win, basically. We said we think we can get 9, which is pretty crazy because this hand sucks. Oh, and this is the other thing about bridge, is that one person lays down their hand. And then, so like, the person on the left right
Wait,
now,
huh?
yeah, the person
Oh,
on the
I see it
left
now, but
doesn't even play. They and their partner plays for them. Like, they literally don't play this hand. They just watch. And their partner plays from their hand. But so here's the whole deal. So like, before you bid, you should have an idea of what your partner has, and then you should have an idea about like what the 2 different people have. But then once you start the hand, you see exactly what one person has. And so then you should be able to interpret from that what the other person has. And then you just have to remember all that. And you have to remember like what suits, what's like what's the high cards. You have to remember every single card that's been played, because it could come down to the end where it really matters. It's very tough.
so yeah, I'll admit when he actually laid down his whole hand for everybody to see, I was like, wait, I don't remember that part in space.
Yeah, it's called the dummy. So he's the dummy this hand. But then other than that, it
Yeah,
just
that's
works like
something.
spades. You gotta
Me and
follow suit. You can slap. Oh, you don't have to trump. That's kind of another thing. I don't remember. I think in spades you have to trump, right? If you have a trump.
I think if that's your only option.
Well, like, if you Like right now, if somebody played, well, I don't even have any spades actually, but like, oh right, if that's your only option, you can not trump because you don't have any trumps left, because you don't have any spades left. But here in bridge, even if you do have spades left, you can still not play spades. You have to follow suit if you have the same suit.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't focused on this hand at all. But it's actually really cool what it shows you at the end of each hand, too. So, like, now my queen is winning. Oh, but they won all the remaining ones. But then it shows you this. Shows you kind of how you ranked with everybody else that played that hand. So most people did the same thing that I did, basically.
Huh. So a 7 can be so it doesn't have to be a suit that's a trump this time. It can actually be a number.
No. The suit. So the suit is the trump. The number is how many tricks you think you're gonna win. So the number.
Okay.
So like in spades, you say how many tricks you're gonna win, and here, you bid. You like take how many tricks you think you're gonna win, and then you subtract 6, and then that's what you bid. So they thought they would win 9 tricks as a team together. Which they did.
3.
They won 10. And so you can really dominate. Like, that's why spades, like, if you bid 7 in spades, I feel like that's pretty high. I guess, I mean, it shouldn't be, but if I remember, that's pretty high. But here, like, you'll bid like 11 or 12 kind of regularly. Because then there's also a whole scoring for each hand. So there's something called making game. So if you bid like high enough, like if you bid like, I think it's 3 of trumps, but then like 4 of hearts and spades, and then like 5 of clubs and diamonds, and you make that bid, then you get then you get bonus points. That's called like a game bonus because you made game. So if you're playing multiple hands, just like in spades, like you kind of strategize differently if you're playing multiple hands and keeping score. So that's really important for bridge and like a tournament. Because then too, what they do in tournaments is they won't even like necessarily randomly deal it out every time. They'll randomly deal it out once, but then every single table will play that same deal. So that way it's like fair. And that's what duplicate bridge is. You can do that on here too. Very interesting stuff.
Are there in bridge? Are there various styles or you can play?
I don't know. I don't know that much about it. But it's a lot like chess in terms of like forcing things. Like there's gambits even.
I definitely gotta check that out then.
All right, I'm down to do some math though. If Rose is here to do some math.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I never told you. I'm trying to make a Desmos technique tips thing pretty much every day.
Yeah, I saw that. Good luck keeping it up every day. I can't keep up anything every day. That's my problem. I can't even keep up anything every week.
It's supposed to be pretty much. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it pretty basic, so I have a lot of ideas. I can just do one at a time. Hopefully somebody gets something out of it.
Yeah, somebody will. That's the beauty of like making stuff online. I think there's always at least one person that really likes it.
Right.
Hi.
Hey, Rose.
Could we do some stat stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Sorry, Mellie's here.
It's okay. Is she feeling better?
Oh yeah, she's feeling a lot better.
Good.
Okay. Do you want me to share my screen?
Sure. Can I show your screen
Okay.
on the stream?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. Let me plug it in.
Yeah.
How are you doing today, Robert?
Doing good.
Are you being
Sorry for
careful with
yep.
the,
The storm hit my way.
Yeah, I heard you guys don't
well,
have school tomorrow.
we don't, not tomorrow or Thursday.
Are you just staying in Vero?
Yes, I'm staying in Bureau.
That's good. It'll be fine. It's just like a category 1, isn't it?
I think it's this category 3.
Isn't it supposed to be a 1 by the time it hits, though?
Maybe by the time it hits us, but not the West Coast. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Hold on one second. I'm just gonna take Melly out.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. All right. So we talked about today regression lines. And we also talked about the different word problems and the residual graph.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just wondering, could we perhaps go over some of what exactly does it mean for something to have a residual graph? Like in this case scenario, why do we use the residual graph?
Well, the reason you'd use the residual graph, I mean, if you just wanted to see all the residuals, you would use the residual graph. But the main reason you use the residual graph is to see if a linear fit is the best fit, to see what type of fit is the best fit for the data. If it's linear, exponential, stuff like that.
Okay.
Because that's what we were saying the other day, that if you have a random residual plot, then you know your fit is good. But if there's any pattern in your residual plot, then it's not good.
Right. Right. Because it could be something like this, essentially, you're saying.
Right.
And then that wouldn't be correct.
Right. And the pattern of that being off the line would be easier to see in a residual plot.
Right. Okay. So here, how are we able to predict how this Ford F-150 sold for this much less than the asking price? Like, how are we able to do that with the residual?
Well, the residual is that. So I would say you're more doing it with the equation. As you're using the equation allows you, because X is the miles and P and Y is the price. And so if you plug in that 70,000 into the equation for X, that'll get you the expected price of where the line predicts the price would be. So that would be like the asking value.
Okay. So this is the residual and this is the Y of this problem. Or not the residual, excuse me, the what's it called?
So Y is the Y is the predicted value. Y hat is the actual value.
Okay. And you're just measuring the vertical distance between the predicted value and the actual value. So that's why it's the residual, because that's essentially what the definition of the residual is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is like, we had those bunch of SAT questions about this too. Right? This is just like the difference between the expected value and the... Just on the SAT, it's usually easier because you can just look at the graph and go to the point and just count how many squares there are. But this is how you would do it if you had to use the equation.
So how do you use numworks to find it? Because I was having trouble using numworks
To
today.
find what? The residual
The
plot?
residual graph.
So
Uh-huh.
you can't really. You can do it in an unfortunate way. You really can't do it. Is what I looked into it, and there's just it doesn't have a native way to do it. The Inspire does. I mean, I can show you the bad way on the Numworks if you want.
Well, the only thing is that some kids in class today were able to do it on their numworks. And I'm wondering if it has something to do with my update.
Oh wait, you can get
So
the residual. Did they get the like one residual, or did they get the residual plot?
I don't really know. I think the plot perhaps.
Well, the plot is like the whole graph. I don't think you can do that.
Are you using the app? Are you trying the app?
I mean, I'm opening the app now, but I mean, like, I Googled it and, like, went to the Numworks subreddit, and somebody asked, like, how do you do that? And they were like, there's no good way to do it. You have to do it this way. I mean, that might have been old. I couldn't tell you how old that was, actually.
Hmm. Okay.
I mean, I know how to get how to get a residual. Like, if we plotted these data points,
Mm-hmm.
we could get the residual of
You
one
would just,
point. It's under regression. Oh, wait, is it under regression?
oh, you mean like you can click the toolbox?
Well, the toolbox brings you to. Mine's being weird. Maybe this is my data is so non-linear. It's not
Because
showing
when
my best
I
fit
click
line.
the toolbox, really?
Yeah, when I hit the toolbox. Oh, hang on, hang on. So when I hit the toolbox, it gives me the option of which regression to pick. But I probably just need to pick a regression. And then I pick linear. Okay. Okay. Then when you hit the toolbox, yeah, and it says residual plot. That's how you do it. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So then that's just something with the new update, and that's why I don't see that.
I guess. Yeah. That wasn't on my
When
old
I click
calculator.
on it, when I click on it, it says prediction given X, and then you can choose like which X value you want to look at. So then you push confirm, and it does give you the residual at that point, but it does not give you um, the whole residual plot. So
So
perhaps that's what you were saying
yours
earlier.
just says predict y given x and predict x given predicted y. Find x given predicted y.
Yes.
Yeah, I swear when I was looking
Mm-hmm.
at it the other day, that's what mine said. I thought that's when I was looking at I thought I was looking at it on the app the other day, and that's what it said. Now, when I go here, there's an option for residual plot, and it gives you the r squared, and it gives you the line in a nice, pretty fashion, equation of the line.
Okay. I really have to do the update then.
Yeah. Mine it didn't update automatically because I don't have automatic updates on.
Oh.
Actually,
Hmm.
hang on. I might have automatic updates on my iPad, but not my phone.
Oh.
Yep, that's exactly it. Yeah, you just need to update it.
Okay. I'll definitely update it.
It's good to know. I
Um.
thought that would turn off automatic updates everywhere.
Oh. So then I also have another question, a
Yeah,
follow-up question. So you do the sorry, if you go to regression on numworks and you have your points in, and you go to stats, I was trying to find the standard deviation, like S of y and S of x. But when on my version, at least, it says that my S of x is different than the S of x that was actually the correct answer. It just gives the standard deviation of like sigma, of the lowercase sigma, but it doesn't give you the sample standard deviation. So I was wondering, how do you get the sample? Or does your updated version have the sample?
Um, it has a sample.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it does. There's a standard
What
deviation,
is
and
it?
then there's variance, and then there's sample standard deviation.
Can you share your screen just so I can see it?
Yeah. Are you looking at my camera?
Yeah.
Oh, I just unplugged this. Hold on. You see it?
Hold on. 1 second. Because I pinned your screen, but now I can't see you. For some reason, I can't see you at all. I did see you for a second. Maybe just something with my internet.
Can you just not find the window? Or what?
No, I can find the window. It's just a black screen right this second.
That's weird.
Let me leave and come back.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I just realized I wasn't muted.
You didn't say anything, I don't think.
I was worried my wife did.
Yeah, don't get me banned.
Yeah, that's precisely why.
Can you
Man,
see
I'm
my
gonna have
screen
to
still on the
learn.
Zoom?
I can.
Okay. Rose wasn't able to, so that just means it's her problem.
I don't. Oh, wait, now I do.
Yeah, so when you go to regression now, this is what pops up, and you can just hit residual plot. And it very nicely shows your residual plot. Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay. I'm sorry. There's just terrible connection right this second.
It's okay. I know it's very, very frustrating having bad connection.
It's one of the worst first world problems someone can have.
Yeah. but it's a very real problem.
Okay.
So I got some points, and this is my best fit line here. And so when you hit the toolbox, this is what comes up now. So you can, just hit residual plot, and then it makes your residual plot.
Okay.
And then, so then when you go to stats, so you go back to come back to here, and then, and see how it gives you all this stuff, your r squared, your nice equation here. And then you can change it to try all the different models out if linear is not working. And then when you come over to stats,
cool.
see how it has your sample standard deviation and your normal standard deviation.
Oh, okay. Huh. It looks so different on my end.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's nice about Numworks. TI will never update their calculators after you buy them. Numworks constantly makes it better.
That's true. That's why I love Numworks, but I have to update it.
I need to figure out why I can't update my calculator. I haven't registered it. Is that why? Well, I thought I had registered it.
Maybe.
But then when I went on to update it, when I signed into my account, it said I had no registered devices.
Maybe it's that. Well, those were essentially all my questions for tonight, but the quiz went really well, I think. Do you want to do some power rule stuff? Because we're going to start it next class, whenever that may be.
I'd be down to do some power rule stuff.
I'd like to do some power rule stuff where we have fractions.
Like fractions in the exponent?
Yes.
Okay.
Or not necessarily fractions in the exponent, but just fractions in general and how you have to move things around.
Okay, yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking about too.
Oh,
Do you want to
okay.
share your screen? Do you want me to share your screen? Share my screen.
Can you share your screen? I can see it sort of
Yeah.
better. When I share my screen, it's like an overload
Okay.
for my Wi-Fi. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Well, mine's not connected. My iPad screen is frozen on here, actually. It'll probably come back now, though. So are you talking about ones that look like this?
Yes.
Yeah, so that is a power rule problem. Yeah, so how would you do that?
But I'd say 3x squared
No, you would not
plus,
do that.
right.
Because you can't, if you got something divided by something, you cannot just take the derivative of both. Never, ever. That's what the quotient rule is for, which you haven't done yet. So you could use the quotient rule for this,
Ooh,
but that'd be a waste of time. What was that?
Okay. Oh, no, I said that's exciting. The quotient rule. I haven't heard of that. Oh, I haven't looked into it before.
Yeah, you got a product rule and a quotient rule because you cannot just take the derivative of two different things if they're multiplied or divided by each other. If they're adding, you can, which we've done before many times. But multiplying and dividing, you cannot.
Right.
So you got to simplify it if you can. That's what you do.
All right. So if I'm simplifying this would be x to the -1. The 1 on the bottom, right?
Yeah, but why are you simplifying it like that?
Well, I don't know how. Oh, you mean cancel out the x? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, cancel out the
Okay,
x.
so
So then it's just a polynomial, and then you can just use the power rule.
Right. So you can factor out an x squared and have x plus 2 over x. Okay, so I have x times x plus 2, so x squared plus 2x.
Right. So see how you didn't even really need to factor out both of the x's on the top? You really just needed to pull out the 1 so you could cancel it out.
Right. Mhm.
Right. And so this is a mistake that's common to make. Like, we have not taken
Right.
the derivative yet.
Okay.
That's
And so
still the
then from
function.
here I would
Now
just
we do.
say, yeah. And now with the derivative, I'd say f prime of x is equal to 2x plus 2.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. All right. Give me a harder one.
Um,
Perhaps something with a coefficient, because that was something that I was struggling with. Okay.
wait.
All right. So from here,
Well, so you definitely got to simplify it.
right, I have to simplify it. But how should I simplify it? I mean,
Well, you could do similar to like you did before. Maybe.
just pull out like the square root of x.
You could. I mean, actually, what's going to be easier is if you keep it, like, get everything so it's all the same. So get it all, make everything like exponents, x to some power.
Oh, so you're saying like 3, um, 3x to the 3 half minus 1 half x to the 1 half over 6x to the 3 halves.
Mm-hmm. I think that's easier
And
to
then
see things.
to see. Yeah, for sure. Okay. And then from here, I can factor out 1 half from the top. That's the 1 half.
Mm-hmm. You could. You know what I would do that I'm going to suggest is
What?
just split it up into two separate fractions rather than try to
Hard
factor
it?
stuff out. Yeah, just hard it. Like calculus is where I fell in love with harding. Like I do it a
Okay.
lot. Because then it's just like kind of easy simplifying the two different fractions rather than trying to like factor out an x to the 1 half and do like weird stuff.
That's true. So here, I can just 3x to the 3 halves over 6x to the 3 halves. I can just cancel out the x to the 3 halves
Mm-hmm.
and just get 1 half. So f of x equals 1 half minus 1 half x to the 1 half over 6x to the 3 halves. And then from there, I can cancel out x to the 1 half and make it, or no, maybe I can't do that.
You could. What do you do with the exponents when you're in a situation like that?
What do you mean?
Well, if you have like this, what can you do with the exponents?
Hold on, I can't see your. For some reason, I think you're
Oh, I'm
paused.
frozen. Yeah. Oh wow, I've been paused for a really long time. Yeah. Yeah, because we're looking at this right now, trying to simplify this.
Oh, you just subtract? Like, can't you just
Yeah.
subtract?
So you can just like subtract them.
Okay, cool. So, negative 2 over 2. So negative 1.
Mm-hmm.
So f of x equals 1/2 minus 1/2 x to the negative 1 over 6.
And then just deal with that 1/2 over 6.
Yeah. You just have to switch them, flip them around.
So what are you gonna get then?
So you're going to get 1/2 minus 6 over 1/2 x to the 1.
Wait, say that again.
Aren't
wait,
you
yeah.
going to flip around?
Yeah, no, I misheard you. What did you say?
Oh, I said 6 over 1/2 minus, or 1/2 x.
6 over 1/2.
Times x.
Well, that's a similar thing with the other day. Remember, it's not the whole thing raised to the negative 1. It's just the x raised to the negative 1.
Oh, just the x. Right.
And if we're going to take the derivative, we want it to be x to some power. So keep the x to the negative 1 for now, because that's what allows us to take the power rule.
So you don't want me to move, but doesn't the 1/2 stay on the top and the x to the negative 1/2 go to the denominator?
Well, that's
Along
true.
with
Well, not along. Yeah, so like this is true. Like those are equal to each other.
Right.
But you can't take the derivative when it's 1 over x.
Oh.
You take the derivative because you can't do the power rule then. Because like, or at least right now, you can't do the power rule. You have to rewrite it. That's x to the negative 1. And then now you can do the power rule because it's x raised to some power.
Okay. So I just leave it as what we wrote initially up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like just the 1/2 over 6 though. What do you do with 1/2 divided by 6? How do you simplify that?
That would be 6 halves, right? So 3.
Well, isn't 6 halves 1/2 times 6?
Yeah, so isn't that just 3?
But this isn't 1/2 times 6. This is 1/2 divided by 6.
So it's excuse me. So it's 1/12.
So it's 1/12. So it's like keep, change, flip still.
Right, okay.
Right. So then we have 1/12 x to the negative 1.
Okay.
And now we can take a power rule because now everything is just x raised to some power.
Right. So we have 0 minus plus actually 1 times so plus 1/12 x to the negative 2.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
Ended up being easier than I thought it would be.
yeah. So then do we just leave it like that or should we fix it?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say you should fix it. I'd say you should rewrite it without the negative exponents.
So this way it would be 1/2 over x squared. Or 1/12.
1/12.
Yeah.
1/12
The 1/12
over
stays
x squared. So that's not wrong. But then
proper.
if you had this situation, then you would do keep, change, flip, right?
Right.
So you can just think about it as the x squared is going to like just join the 12 on the bottom. Because right now it's just like it's on the top. Like this is the same as it being up here. So it's just going to go down to the bottom with the 12.
Right. Okay.
But also see how that comes about just by like doing what you said. Like
Yeah.
divide everything by x squared and then keep, change, flip, and it's that.
Okay, that's fun. I like the power rule a lot.
If we're gonna do problems, we should probably do them from the book since they're like designed to be good.
Sure. Do you want to do like two more, maybe?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Is this the power rule? Yeah.
Your screen is frozen
Oh no.
again. Now, well,
It'll come back now. I wonder why that is. I wonder what the problem is.
maybe it's something wrong with the cord.
Yeah, well, it's like using three chords. That's the question.
Oh, that's the issue then.
Yeah. Let's go in Lightning to HDMI, HDMI into a capture card, then the capture card into the HDMI of the computer. Or no, actually into the USB of the computer.
Wow.
Um, we can do this one.
Sure. So you can't do it when they're multiplied, right? You said?
Right.
Okay. So, um, should I factor the 3x? Not factor, distribute?
Distribute the 3x? Yeah. Everybody's been saying factor when they mean distribute recently.
Well,
Or at least it's been happening a lot to me. But yeah, you're going to
really,
distribute.
just me who says it. Maybe I said
No,
it so many times.
I think Millicent said it
People.
the other night too. I think everybody has. I think everybody has actually.
Sort of one and the same in a way.
Well, they're inverses of each other.
Yeah, I guess. So x squared times 18 minus 15x. Oh, wait, I shouldn't even do that. Why am I doing that? Oh, that's like hilarious.
Wait, what do you mean?
Okay.
What are we doing?
I was factoring it.
Oh, yeah. No, you don't need to do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now we can take the
No.
derivative.
So that would be 36x
Mm-hmm.
minus 45x squared. And that's the derivative.
Yeah. So that's f prime of x. What's f double prime of x then?
F double prime. So that would be just taking it again.
Yeah, that's
Will
just
it
taking it
be
again.
36 minus 90x.
Yeah, exactly.
And then if you're taking it again,
Mm-hmm.
triple prime, it would be 0 minus 90.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I always thought that was kind of interesting that like, so if we have, because like, you know, a parabola is like it makes a parabola because its acceleration is constant, because its second derivative is constant. And this is an x cubed function and its third derivative is constant. So it's just kind of like interesting that if you have like a wave, it has a constant jerk, which is the third derivative.
Hmm. That's interesting. I wish you could like show me that.
Well, here's one interesting thing. You remember the main physics equation?
No.
Well, at least in
I
my
mean,
mind, the main physics equation. You have like, so the position is one
oh,
half the gravity times time squared
uh-huh.
plus initial velocity times time plus initial position, and that gives you the position of the object.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I remember this.
so think about this. You take the derivative, so that's like the slope, which is the velocity. So what's the derivative of this function?
Sorry, repeat that. I lost you for a second.
So if we take the derivative of the position function, we'll get
Mm-hmm.
the velocity function.
Oh, okay.
So
So that
what's the
would be
derivative?
1/2 G2T
And then
plus VO, or
mm-hmm,
initial velocity,
initial
plus
velocity.
0.
Right, plus 0. And then let's make it a little better because we have 1/2 times 2.
Mm-hmm.
So what is that going to simplify as?
So that'll just simplify to be 1.
Right.
So GT plus, yeah.
And isn't that a physics formula? V equals AT plus initial velocity.
Yeah, it is.
So there's another one. And here's like just kind of a cool thing about, I guess, like we just got this equation. Like what is V of 0 using that equation? Or I guess
V
using
is
this
0.
equation. What?
What do you mean?
I mean, so that's V of x. That's the velocity given x or given t, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So what is V of
Oh,
0 at time equals
V,
0?
it would just be 0 plus initial velocity.
Right.
So initial velocity.
So just the initial velocity. And that makes sense, right? At time equals 0, we get in the initial velocity.
Right.
And then, so let's go back here. So this is our velocity equation. What do we get if we take the derivative? So what do you get if you take the derivative of velocity?
Do you get the speed or the acceleration?
Well, the speed's the same as velocity, right?
Right. It just has direction.
Just with direction. So yeah,
Right.
what you're saying first, the acceleration. And what do you get when you take the derivative?
You just get 0. Well, no, excuse me. 1 plus 0.
So wait, this is a good question. What about this g here?
Isn't that? Oh, that's gravity.
That's gravity. So
Right.
g is a constant. So the idea is like we're taking the derivative with respect to time. That's actually what we would say was like this first thing we did here. We did the change in position over the change in time. ds dt is like what that derivative is. And so the deal is, since we're only looking at t, that's the variable, like that's the x variable. This g is just a number, and that's why you just let it sit there, just like you did the 1/2 the first time.
You're saying it's just g plus 0.
That is what I'm saying. Yes. So the g is just gonna sit there. Yeah. The same way if it was 2t, the derivative would be 2. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And so look at that. Look at the acceleration. The acceleration is gravity because that equation just defines an object that is just under the effect of gravity.
Huh.
Or whatever that acceleration is.
Too bad I didn't know this when I was in physics. I wouldn't have had to memorize all those.
I know. That's why I'm like, this is the only formula I know, because I just feel like I can solve every problem with that one.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm going to head out just because.
Yeah. There's no school tomorrow, and it is 9 o'clock. So.
Yeah. But I do have to do some work, actually. I want to catch up or get ahead of some stuff.
Yeah. You might as well. You got 2 days off.
I know.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
So that's why hurricanes are good.
I wish it was a snow day, not a hurricane day.
Yeah, but now you can still go outside and go to the beach and stuff.
What?
You can't do that in the snow.
Well, you can play in the snow, make snowmen.
Yeah, but it's cold.
I like cold.
Yeah, I'll never understand that. But I'm in Florida. I haven't really seen snow.
Yeah, they're both nice sometimes.
It's magical. I'm sure you think it was so fun if you saw it. And
I have seen it one time when I went to vacation in Texas, but the northern part. But man, I actually had a snowball fight. It made snow angels, but the cold was still biting.
That is true. But then you just go and have hot cocoa, and all your problems are solved.
Yeah, but one thing about the snow that I didn't necessarily even think about until I went to some of my friends' houses is that you've got to shovel it every morning to go to work. And then my friend said when she was in high school, every day when she came home, she had to shovel her driveway so that her parents could drive in the driveway.
That's true. That's what we have to do too. But we luckily invested in a snowblower, so
That
that's
helps.
made our life a lot
Yeah.
easier.
So if you're in an apartment, I could do it, but I would not want to deal with the snow every day just to drive. It's hard
Well,
enough to get in my car in the morning, let alone push all the snow
if
away
you
first.
salt if you salt the roads when you see the forecast and you know it's coming, it won't stick. It won't be too bad. At least you won't have black ice.
Yeah. Well,
It's
it's not
worse
our
than
job to salt the roads. It's the city's job to salt the roads, right?
well, true, but if you salt your
Sometimes
driveway,
you have to do
You
it
can salt the
yourself, though.
driveway, yeah.
yeah, no one's gonna salt your driveway for you.
They should.
They should. That's true.
Salt's also like really bad for the environment, though.
I know it is.
But there's nothing else
It's
to do.
also bad for dogs and animals.
Mm-hmm. Just everything.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Well, it was nice talking to you guys.
All right,
Thank
that
you.
was fun.
I'll see you tomorrow,
All right.
hopefully.
Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
See y'all tomorrow.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Well, that was fun. All right, I'm gonna say good night.